A lot of people said to me, how did you meet Johnny Bindon? You know, and what happened between you and Johnny? Me and Johnny Bindon, we've had so many fights, you know, but he was more or less with my family. The girl that I was with, Danny Johnson, he was around the family, you know, Mickey Johnson, Dina Johnson, and all the kids and everything. So he's right close to that, my side, but I didn't know that at that time because I hadn't met Danny, I hadn't met all the family, yeah. But I was talking about a guy called Danny Williams, yeah. Nice guy. He's got clubs now in Spain with his family. This guy, me and him got on really, really well. He liked building companies anyway. And me and him really clicked it, you know. And I was going to pick him up. He lived near me in Acton. I was going to pick him up at his house. Not me pick him up, but go to the house and we drive to the pubs and this, that and the other, you know. And we'd go down the Anchor and there was always trouble in the Anchor. I was always fighting. And me and Danny became right good pals. And he was working for a guy called Bob Coleman. Well, Bob Coleman become my promoter, but my co-promoter, and when I was doing the unlicensed fighting. His name is Bob Coleman, like Hill, so they called it Hillman Promotions, yeah? But anyway, Bob Coleman used to go down a place called the Cromwellian in Cromwell Road. So Bob Coleman told Danny, look, go down there any time. You know, I said, I'm not here for a little bit of time. Give Danny some card or whatever it was, give it bomb. Just show that you'd be sweet. So Danny said, come, we go down there. So went down to Cromwellian. Been down there a couple of times, you know. And nice place, but upstairs there's a casino. And it's the birds down there are the business. There's a lot of money down there, Arabs, lots of money down there, you know what I mean? We're in there, I'm a labourer, Danny's a manager. So money was a bit like scarce, but we still had a good time, you know what I mean? And anyway, so in there one Saturday, and there was this guy that was dancing, very loud, mate. This guy was so loud, you know, a good looking guy. He had all birds up around him, but really good looking, yeah. And Danny was looking over. I said, who's that geezer there? And he said, I don't know who he is, like. So Danny walked to the bar. I'm sort of like dancing around a bit. I looked over and I see this guy. He must have not seen us before and wanted to know, because Danny looks like a fighter, you know. It's a fighting family, Williams is, yeah. He looks like a fighter and he is a fighter, you know. It's, you know, one of their faces like you know. Anyway, so, like mine, you know. So, you could see him, like, Bindon pointing at him, and Danny's like just got a couple of drinks and walked away. Bindon ain't done nothing really as such, but you can see Bindon's a pain in the butt. Danny's come over and said, what's all that about then? He's like, oh, you know. I said, who's that, Dan? He said, oh, he's called Johnny Bindon. I said, who's fucking Johnny Bindon? He said, oh, he's a bit of a face, he's this, he's that, he's the other. Well, okay. Anyway, so we're dancing, and he come over then, Bindon, and he said something to my mate Danny, and he walked away. And honestly, I really wanted to have never been. I wanted to punch him around the gap. You know what I mean? I was boxing, a good little fighter, you know. But little did I know who he was. Yeah, I didn't know, but knowing who he was later, because I found out obviously so. But you know, I fancied that I'd got stabbed up anyway, you know. Because it was very tight knitted in there. Everyone was on each other's back. So you couldn't really punch him. He'd have pulled something out, I suppose, and stabbed me up, yeah. But anyway, Danny said, come, we're going to get out of here, right? Ain't worth being in there, mate. I went, no. He said, come, let's go, mate. Trouble, because there were a few people. So I walked up the stairs. Cromwell is downstairs, the actual dance room, the big casino upstairs. So walking down the road, and this geezer said, oi, like that. And there's this Bindon geezer, yeah. Danny went, come on, this stuck that notice. So I turned around to find out what it was. And as I walked over, bang, he hit me on the chin. I've been boxing for a long time, you know. And he hit me on the chin. And it was a punch that I ain't saying that he just caught me at the right time and off balance or whatever. It was a nice punch, mate. It was a good, I mean, the punch was a punch, good punch, yeah. And as he hit me on the chin, I hit the floor. I was down there for seconds, yeah, but seconds is a long time when you've been out on the chin, yeah. And I got up on one knee and I just shook my head. Danny went, come pull me away. I went, no. He pulled me away. He said, and there's Bindon geezer standing there. And as I say, knowing what I know now, I'm surprised he didn't stab me up, yeah. But I just got with Danny and walked away. And on the way back in the car, there was no phones there or nothing like that. So on the way back in the car, Danny went to find out who he said. I said, I thought Mum was so busy. And then Danny come and see me. He said, look, he's called Johnny Bindon. He's this, he's that. He's a bad man, Ray. You know, he's been done for this and done for that. I went, okay. And I left it. But I wanted this geezer bad. We didn't go down to Cornwall no more after that. Danny went, no, we ain't going down there no more, yeah. Danny was a fighter. He had a fighting family, but we didn't want that aggro, you know. And I didn't, when I heard about who he was and what he was and the way he used to fight, I didn't want none of that anyway, yeah. But me and him used to fight. Like, when we meet, we fight. He's never really pulled a tool out of me, only when he nearly killed me, yeah. And, you know, he's pulled a tool out on people I know, but forget about that at the moment. Anyway, I ain't seen him for ages, John, and I was knocking about this other guy for some time, and one day I'm walking down the road with my mate, crashed. The old bill come from nowhere, mate. You know, cars, everything, just screeching, you know, from all over the gutter come. And old Bill jumps out of the motors. Gow, that shouting game, you know what I mean? Go on the floor and all that. Oh, you know, handed up, back, cuffed up, put in the back of the motor, up, crash, gone. Went to Streatham police station. Never forget. And they said to me that, you lot in charge. I don't know what he's talking about, mate. It's my pal. You know, I know my mate was involved in something, yeah, but it's my mate. And he's on the run from them, yeah. And he's been done for threats to kill, and, you know, and all that, and having a gun and this, that and the other, you know. And they realise the gun's been shot. Old Bill, anyway, old Bill's been shot at, and all, it's a big thing, yeah. But I don't know nothing about all this, but I've been pulled in with it, yeah. So, crash, I'm shipped to Brixton, yeah. Go there, and they put me, I forget what wing it was at that time, but don't forget I'm up for a serious charge, yeah. But they put me in a wing with a guy called Harold Marks. I don't know who Harold Marks is. The guy's in the cell with him. He's got all this fuzzy hair. Harold Marks, yeah. And I walked in the cell, and it's like walking into a smoker's den. It was all smoky, stunk of weed. The screws done nothing, yeah. And anyway, he introduced himself as Harold Marks. I introduced myself as Ray Hill. And who sat now? So we were talking about the sentences and what I'm up for. Even though it's a serious charge. What, you know, when I told him for this piece, he said, "Oh, you'll be all right. Don't worry about it, yeah." I went, "Yeah, don't worry about it. I am worried about it." You know what I mean? So anyway, 2 weeks I'm with him. 3 weeks I'm with him. Crashed one day. Crashed. Come through the door. You know, you're going to another wing. I went to an ACAT wing, yeah, in Brixton. I couldn't believe it, because, you know, all of a sudden, the charges that I was on, paperwork's come, crash, Haywood, this ACAT wing. I went, oh, fucking hell, I couldn't believe it when I walked in there. But when I went in there, I met a guy called Sam McCarthy, another guy called Frankie Fellas, then a Jimmy Wilkinson. I mean, it was, what was his name? Brian Turner, and Bertie Smalls. There was loads of people in there, mate, you know what I mean? And they looked after me, yeah? They really looked after me when I told them what I was in for, charge. They loved it, because they're all in for bad charges, you know what I mean? And they loved me, like, it's giving me pie mash and hills. Yeah, serious. They had their own way in there, mate. This is an ACAT unit, yeah? Bottles of wine, and that, I didn't drink, but it was nice, yeah? So one day, I used to keep myself really, really fit, yeah? And I was doing some press-ups in the sort of like a television area. And he come over to me, Sam McCarthy, and he said, look, can I get on your back? I'm sure Sam's a bit gay. Yeah, hello, that's how he talks, Sam. Hello, boy, how are you? Do you mind if I get on your back, boy, and do some press-ups on me and your back? Yes, can you do that? That's how Sam McCarthy talks. Gangster, bad fighter, can really have a work, good professional fighter, gangster, mate, you know? And he talked like that. Hey, okay. So he got on my back and I started doing press-ups with my back. And everyone loved me. Everybody in that unit loved me, yeah? And I had my own way. And anyway, so the police come and got me. I went to, I think it was Streatham Police Station, something like that anyway. And I went with some screws and they put me in a cell, big cell. And this cell had bars on it, yeah? About, what, 5, 6 people in there, threw me in there, yeah? A few people in there, all of a sudden this guy, we're talking, and this guy, they pulled out, yeah? Got rid of him, pulled him out. A brief come over to me. I didn't want him. I said, no, I don't want you, mate. I'll get my own brief. I don't need you, you know what I mean? So anyway, so all of a sudden they went to me, sweet, you can go. I'm now going back to Brixton, yeah? But on the walk to the car with these 2 screws cuffed up, sitting in the car, all of a sudden the old boy walked over and he went, you're well nicked, like that to me, yeah? Don't forget I'm there for an ID. You're well nicked. So I went, go on, F off, yeah? He said, you've been picked out, mate. You've been picked out as one of the men who shot the police officer or got involved with the police officer. Right? Shot at the police officer, something like that. You're in trouble, son. I went, fuck off, right? But what happened, the guy in the cell that they pulled out was old Bill. One of the ones that was involved in this shooting fucking turnout with my pal. And he's picked me out as one of the guys that was there because I'm my army's mate, you know what I mean? I suppose they wanted to put me in the frame. So now they picked me out walking from there to there and getting in the car. So when I went back to Brixton, I thought, fucking hell, I'm in trouble here, mate. Serious shit, yeah? But they don't put me back in the ACAT because for some reason there's a lot too many people in there and they can't put me in there, so they put me on another wing. But I'm thinking, fucking hell, I'm a serious shit here, you know? Can't believe it. So I goes, this is the greatest thing that ever happened to me, yeah? I goes up to this wing, I'm not quite sure which one it was, and I'm going to cell with this geezer who drove me mad all night. He was reading a book all night long, the lights on. This happened for about 2 or 3 days, and I couldn't sleep. He's sleeping in the day, I'm be awake all night. I can't sleep with the light on. And these people on patches had the light on all night, I don't know. But anyway, about the 3rd day, like I said, mate, you've got to do me a favour, you've got to stop this lights on shit with the light, I can't sleep, yeah? He's going to what I do, you know what I mean? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You know, and I thought, here we go. So I went, anyway, I had a white dig at him, a white proper dig, yeah? And his name was Keith Barry, I think it was Keith Barry. I walked out there. As I walked out there, to go across to the other side of the bridge, yeah? Go to the other side. I don't know if I was going over for the toilet or what, I'm not quite sure now. But there was a guy standing in the middle of the bridge, yeah? With these 2 other guys. I think one was light skinned, anyway, whatever. There's disorderly guys, yeah? But they're having a go at this guy. So I walked there, I said, you all right, mate? And these 2 guys had a go at me, yeah? But this guy said, yeah, I'm all right, mate. But then they started getting really pushing them around. I went, oi, stop all that shit, mate. Leave off. One guy got really there and crash, hit him on the chin, he's hit the floor. The other guy could see, so I hit him, bang, hit him with the left foot. He's gone, but he's on one knee, and I wanted to kick him in the face, yeah, but I didn't. And then I walked away with this geezer called Mickey, and he said to me, "Oh, who are you, mate?" He said, "Come over to my cell, have a chat." I was sat there. He said, "Where are you? Where are you? Where'd you come from?" Not where do I live, but I come from, meaning what saw me, yeah? So I said, "I'm over there, this geezer's got to drive me mad, mate." He said, "Who is it?" He said, "It's a geezer called Keith Barry." He said, "All night long he's reading his book." He went, "Oh, I know Keith." He said, "You know, his brothers, he's a right heavy fucking, his firm, his brothers, Parky Barry, Johnny Barry, they're right gangsters, yeah? They're involved with the craze and bits." I mean, hold up. Not, you know, I thought, I don't need this, you know what I mean? So he went, you know, I thought, oh, so I wouldn't have a fight with this geezer. I might have bashed him up, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So I went, no. Anyway, so I went, "Look, do yourself a favour, get your gear, come over to my cell." He said, "I'm in a two up cell." He said, "I don't want no one in my people." I told the screws I don't want them in my cell, but I'll have you in my cell. I said, "How can you tell the screw?" He said, "Look, don't worry about that, I'll sort it, right?" Anyway, he went into the office, come out, he said, "Get your gear, you're moving in." I had no gear, plastic bag, nothing. No clothes as such, yeah. I went in this geezer's cell, and he was giving me t-shirts and all sorts of things, Mickey. He had food, like, just anything he wanted, he had in there, you know what I mean? Screws were bringing him in things all the time. And about, once the door's shut, he said, "Give it a cut." He said, "Give it an hour or something." He said, "And I'll get the television out." I couldn't believe it. He had a telly, like Mickey had a telly. I swear I'm on his portable telly. And I couldn't believe it. Me and him, like, I stayed with Mickey for quite some time in a cell. Me and Mickey was like raw doing. There was no one could bully Mickey or me, you know. I wouldn't have that. I wasn't fighting, but everyone knew after me bashing these two guys up, they knew that I could have a right fight and they left it out, yeah. Mickey took my name, my number, everything, yeah. But not only did he do that, he got me this solicitor called Ralph Imes. And I didn't know who this geezer was. I told him about what happened to me, Ralph Imes, yeah. So he got me a solicitor called Ralph Imes, a top brief, mate. He was the business. But the funniest thing happened, right? Mickey had a Rolex Oyster, right? And, you know, how many people walk around with Rolex Oysters in Brixton? You know, they take it off you, but he had it, yeah. And he was talking to me in the cell, he talked to me about, you know, me getting me a brief, and his name's Ralph Imes and all this, that and the other. And anyway, a couple of weeks later, I got a phone call, walked into the office, crash. I mean, when I say phone call, I could talk to the guy, it was a brief, yeah, Ralph Imes. Come and see me. And mate, when I went to see him, he had Mickey Gooch's, oh sorry Mickey, I should have said that, but he had his Rolex on, yeah, on his wrist. This Ralph Imes took all my particulars, everything, right? And about, 3 weeks later, got called up, going to court, magistrate's court. Went to court, and they shit themselves, mate. They shit themselves, bullshit themselves. Magistrates shit themselves. Ralph Imes with a barrister, everything. I walked out of that court, mate. Mickey took all my numbers, everything, yeah. I then, you know, Mickey moved, I don't know, he disappeared. I took bits and pieces, but I lost all my paperwork because of the bird I'd done. And then I got put away for a serious charge. I got done for, I think it was, at that time, what was it? I forget now, but it was one of my charges, that was a serious charge. Big bird, yeah. I think I'd done about 8 years, something like that. I don't know. And I come out, and I've got a 7. I've done 4 years, 8 months and 4 years, 10 months out of it. It was a 4 years, you do 4, 8 of a 7. I've done about 4, 10 loss remission, this, that and the other, but I was working in Crispin's as well. So it's a funny old call, this is all coming back to me, yeah? And I went to Lucky's, yeah, I work at Lucky's as well. So I was at Lucky's and it kicked off there with some Indians, some really bad Indians. We'd have a right fight with these Indians. And they come back, yeah? And they come back with all sorts of things, and you had to shut the gates at the front, but anyway, we got hold of pulled a few in, shut the gate, pulled a few in and battered them, yeah? Smashed them to pieces, mate, you know? And threw them out on the road, you know what I mean? Battered them. No one came back after that, but we was always frightened about coming out there, out of the club, you know, by ourselves. I used to come out by myself, you know, walk across the green, you know, to the green, and maybe to go to the station, because I was working at the venue Victoria. Oh, it's mad, well, anyway. So one night I was in there, we'd had a little bit of trouble, and this bird come up to me, and she said, "You're on my way ill." I went, "Yeah, love, it is, yeah." She said, I've got a note here, you know, give me the note, I read the note, and it was my mate Mickey. I couldn't believe it, after all the bird I'd done, right, after all the bird I'd done, me just giving him my mum's phone number and everything, and this, that and the other. My mum must have told him, said something to him, he got, you know, that I wasn't at home, wasn't at my mum's house, I was at Lewisham, I think, I can't, anyway. I can't even remember, it's such a long time ago, I'll get confused. So I got this thing from this bird, this letter, and he went, "All right, how are you, mate? It's Mickey. Come down to a place called Bootleggers." Where's Bootleggers? I don't know where Bootleggers is, but I got a cab. She said, "Look, you know, there's some money, get a cab, go to Bootleggers." Finished there, went to Bootleggers, didn't touch Crispin's or nothing, didn't touch the venue, and I went straight to Bootleggers. I walked downstairs. As I walked down the stairs, you've got all these white settees there, and all these birds are sitting on there, and I later find out they're all prostitutes, yeah? But they're all good sorts, you know, real good sorts. There's plenty of money down there, yeah? So I walked in there, and I had a suit on, and all that, I looked quite good, as that was. Long hair, and everything, yeah, believe it or not. And walked in there, and I bumped in to this geezer with a jacket on, you know, and he had the sleeves pulled up, right up there, the jacket sleeves looked like, it was like a proper American gangster, yeah? But he was a gangster, really, Mickey, you know what I mean? A proper gangster, mate. And like Don Johnson, you know the old thing. Long, blonde, blondie, brown hair. He looked at me, he went, "Come here, you." He cuddled me, give me some money. Big cuddle. You know, introduced me to a lot of people and all that. "Where you living, Crash? I'll get you something sorted out," and all this smash, all that. And I went to the dance floor with this bird dancing around. And there was a guy called Mickey that I was away with in prison. And this guy comes to North London and can have a right tear up, good boxer, Mickey. And as he got me dancing, he looked over to me, and he must have thought I was there to do something. I wasn't, I was just there with Mickey. And perhaps it was Mickey that set it alight, because when Mickey, he must have seen me talking to Mickey, and Mickey's been involved with the big heavy people. And because he's involved in big heavy people, he thinks I'm involved too, but I just come down to see Mickey. As I'm in there dancing, Crash, it comes over to me and drops this big old gun on the floor, a big automatic. Hits the floor, right? And then he looks at me, picks it up, but points at me and puts it back in his pocket, in his holster, in his shoulder. And I couldn't believe it, mate. And I walked out, I went, "Mickey, I know the guy, I was away with the guy." And he, you know, Mickey said, "Oh, he's got aggravation with my little firm." you know. And anyway, that's the last I heard of him. You know, the next thing I heard he got shot in a car park. He got some people plotted up with him and killed him in a car park. How true that is, I don't know. It's only what I heard, yeah. I don't fucking know. Me and Mickey was like close, you know what I mean? And he said to me, look, he lived near. Anybody watch Snaresbrook Crown Court? He lived right opposite Snaresbrook Crown Court in this beautiful house, yeah. And I walked in there and I met Kathy. She just had a little baby, yeah. Danny, little baby. I walked in there and this place was immaculate. It was like a film star's gap, you know what I mean? It was fucking the business. And she took to me, Kath, and she cooked me something to eat and this, that and the other. But you got to remember, I lived in Acton. I'm not quite sure where I lived at that time anyway, Chiswick, Acton, whatever. And it was hard for me to get back to there, you know, but I used to get there anyway. And I had no money, right? And Mickey gave me a lift to the station one day. And I said, Mick, lend us some money, and lend me 50 quid or something. And he went mad. He went mad, mate. I couldn't believe it, you know. I mean, he did look after me like his brother. You know what I mean? But to me, to ask him for some money, it was like, I ain't done, you know what I mean? You don't do it to these people. And he went like this, he went right into one. I was really took back when he said that, you know. As I got out of the car, he threw 50 quid at me, yeah, like that. It was two £20 notes, you know, and a tenner. Just threw it at me like that. So I got on the train. He said, right. He went, I'll see you tomorrow, right. I went down to see him the next day. And he started talking to me about money and this, that and the other. And he started to look after Mickey, giving me things to sell. And, you know, he thought, well, look, I want you with me, yeah? And if I want you with me, like, you know, this is how it is. So I started to really hit the front. Everything I really wanted, I got, yeah? So one day, he said, look, I've moved now to Chigwell. So he said, come over. He gave me an address. I got a train to another station, and then got a little train to Chigwell station. It was like an offline, not offline. It was a train, but it was offline. Do you know what I mean? Don't go nowhere. About 5 stations. So I'm on this train, I get out of Chigwell station, I'm walking down the road by the police station on the left hand side, there's all these private roads, yeah? I go down this private road and I goes to the house, he's giving the address, and this house is like just starting to get it done. It'd been in there about a week, and it was just starting to be, you know, decorators in there and getting together. Beautiful gaff. Big swimming pool in the back. He got everything done. Whilst he was at Snaresbrook, he bought this gaff. Actually, he rented it, but bought it. It was a scam, wasn't it? But beautiful place, mate. Unbelievable, right? And he'd done it all out, kitchen with fam. And anyway, went there. And he took to me, Mickey, really took to me, yeah. And I was earning some good money. And he went, listen, he said, you ain't got enough money yet at the moment. He said, come with me, right? Got in the car and we drove to Buckhurst Hill to this big car front, yeah? And this big car front belonged to these Jewish people that were proper people, mate. When people go Jewish people, I think these Jewish people are just complete out and out wallies or whatever, big hats and little things come down here. These ain't like that. These were proper gangster guys. Do you know what I mean? And so Mickey left me, and he said to me, any car you want here, you can have. It's all down to Mickey. I would leave off. But I can't drive manuals, I can only drive automatic. So there's about 5, 6 automatic cars there, right? And I went, oh, what? Gonna have any car? And I picked this black Van and Plus car, same shape as a police car, the wedge shaped one, goes down like that. It was immaculate. Cream interior, black. It was the business. He said, it's yours. Oh, I couldn't believe it, mate. Drove to Mickey's. As I drove there, got out of the car, I hugged Mickey so much, mate. I loved him for it, yeah. He went on. He gave me a lot of money that I'd earned. You know, I'd done something and earned a lot of money, so he gave me more money. I drove home with a lot of money, a lot of money. The car, we put it into a garage and filling this car up, and it was mine, and I had no license or nothing. But who cares? In them days, it didn't really matter. You know, Mickey had it sorted. If I had got a tug, he said, just say bosh, 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 and it'd be sorted. And it was. He had a lot of power, too much, mate. I remember me and Mickey one day going down the road, Oxford Street, I think it was, and he was in the Carrera Turbo Porsche, and he must have been doing 110 miles an hour. And the old Bill at the end of the road had a cordon the road off, yeah, and it had his speed cameras. And Mickey went, don't worry about it. And old Bill was sort of like all that crap, motors parked that way, this way on Mickey, yeah. He went, don't worry, I'll be gone in a minute. I mean, they let me go, Ray. I went, leave what? He said, listen, they're on me, Ray. He said, they're on me. They ain't gonna nick me for a driving offence, I'll tell you that now. They want me, mate, they're watching me, yeah. He said, don't. And straight away I went, hold up, here we go. It's on top of me too. So, as he shot through this thing, they pulled us over. Old Bill took his name, took his licence, and come back and said, next time, mate, don't go so fast, and give him his licence. It's like that. And we drove off like a lunatic. He didn't care. Wow, gone. And it's all like, and then Mickey, there's a few things that I've done for Mickey, naughty things that I will never talk about, yeah. Anyway, me and Mickey was close, mate, was so close. But anyway, then one day, a few things happened, and I went to Kingston, yeah, I met this girl in Pal Joey's, and Fidenz's, that's it, Pal Joey's. Met this guy at Pal Joey's. She was under the piano, she was a waitress. She was under the piano with a mate, just nicking our champagne. I was watching, making sure that no one nicked our champagne, and there she was nicking it from under the piano. Anyway, I caught her, and then talking to her, and I said, look, she said, what do you do then? I said, well, I'm a bodyguard as such, looking after this lot. And I'm looking after the champagne. She said, you ain't done a fucking good job tonight, and all that going. But me and her become friends. Stunning, mate. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. A model. Absolutely beautiful, yeah. But talk, I mean, and look like that, but beautiful, mate. Went to Fidenz's from Pal Joey's. Everybody was on my Danny, you know, was on her. And she said to me when I was going home, she said, I was watching you walking down the road with Mickey and watching your back, looking at your ass, your big bum and your big shoulders, she said, and I knew that me and you was going to have it to get together. And I was a good looking boy, you know, anyway. So we got together, me and Dan, and she was so nice, yeah. But that's when the Bindon thing, but don't forget, I'd already known Bindon, we'd already had a few fights. I'm in Kingston, but there's a lot of things happened before that, but I'll do another story about that, but this is the build-up of Bindon turning out, yeah? So I goes to the house with Danny's mum, Dina, and I was dressed really nice there. I had a blue blazer on, a pair of grey trousers, a nice shirt, a pair of nice shoes, beautiful shoes, mate, but my socks were grey and white, yeah, like a check thing, and it was the fashion then, right? And I'm sitting down, and Dina, the mum, she was stunning like her daughter, mate, a bit little. She was about 5'2", 5'3", stunning, quite big, quite a big woman, but, you know, when I say big, not fat, you know, but big, 5'2", but she was the face you could see in her younger years, man. She must have been, oh, what, people must have gone mad over her, yeah? And she was talking to me and looking at me and laughing. And she got on, Danny walked out there, Danny started like coming in, and I said, what's up? She said, my mum's laughing at your socks, you know? And I started laughing. And my Danny was so nice, mate. And me and her got together, Danny, her daughter, and got a big gap in Kingston. Beautiful place. I've done a lot of extensions, big back garden to it, done it all up nice. Front room, knocked it all through. My gaff was like a film star's gaff. It was like a Gucci's gaff. I bought all these pots, Ming vases, big silks, all sorts of things. Bought from Harry, which I told you on my other one, yeah. But Mickey come over to my gaff, and he looked at it. He was proud of me, mate. He went, well done, mate. He was so proud of me. I was getting a lot of money. And then Danny one day said to me, we got to go to my mum's house, when I was at my mum's house. Now, the old man been back about a couple of months, but I ain't really seen the old man. But he wanted to see me. He'd heard a lot about me because he was in Parkhurst, the old man. He was one of the Thursday gang, yeah? Done with Jimmy Moody and a few other people. When they used to go down to Midlands and all that and rob steel factories, stills, security guards, you know, the wagons, open them up, nick all the money. You know, you earn a lot of money with this Thursday gang, yeah? But when you hear a little story about them, Mickey told me, you know, and he said they tried to make us confess to all the robberies we've done, like, you know, and they had us all, mate. And he said they was putting plastic bags over our head and tying them up and making us unconscious, you know, where we wouldn't sign no confessions and all that. You know, he said they really wanted us bad. But obviously someone said something because we all got big bird. Fucking hell, you know, that's what it was like in the middle of up there, and the police up there, they didn't muck about, you know what I mean? They was put bags over the head, plastic bags. You got Jimmy Moody, he got away with it, didn't he? Jimmy wasn't, he moved from, and I think he slipped it, yeah? But nothing was said, you know, they all kept their mouths shut about that and all that. There was a lot, a fortune, but anyway, he was home from Parkhurst, and he had heard about me, Mick, and when my daddy went to see him in Parkhurst, he heard about me being in Albany and what I was like, and he told my daddy not to get involved with me, stay away from me because I was trouble. Anyway, so I'm with that lot anyway. So I goes to see him, and he's there, and his Danny's sitting on his lap, and my Danny, my big Danny, and he's sitting on his lap, and like a child, I went mad, you know. And me and him didn't really get eye to eye. We never sort of get on. But I was earning big bucks, yeah, big bucks. So because he's my father-in-law, I looked after him, really looked after him, and he was earning big bucks. But I wasn't putting nothing on for him, but he was earning big bucks. And one day, I went down there, he called me down there, I walked into the front room, and he was sitting there, Johnny Bindon. Johnny Bindon's got me, because me and John have had, fuck me, I don't know, 5 fights since that. Bad fights, yeah. I ain't saying I didn't win every fight, but I certainly give him a good go, you know. He didn't like fighting me, mate, I tell you that now. Because if I was a loser, I was the best loser he could ever have, you know what I mean? And me and him was to fight 24/7, but he was quite ill when I met him, you know. But me and him didn't really say too much. The old man, you know, was talking to me like a child. You know, me and John fighting and this, that and the other, you shouldn't fight, you're this, you're that. You know, but not saying that me and him had more than enough fights anyway, he don't know nothing about. But when I walked in, I growled at John, you know, Johnny Bindon. He was ill, but I growled at him, mate. You know what I mean? I didn't like the geezer. He was a fucking bully, you know what I mean? He had the club with Alan Stanton. Alan Stanton was away with Alan Stanton, put him against Alan. Everybody that I really talk about are gangsters, you know, because they're the only people that I really, really met in prison, yeah. Over the bird I've done and the way I am, yeah. And the people that ain't gangsters will be gangsters as such, you know what I mean, or villains or whatever. But anyway, me and John didn't really get on. The old man was getting looked after from me. I was looking after him. Whatever I got, I'll give him for the same price that I got it for. So he was earning good money, and I was earning no money. So I said to him one day, look, I can't give you anything else, bruv, because you're not looking after me. You know, I'm looking after you, but you're not looking after me, yeah? You know, I know that you're earning X amount on every one, and I ain't earning nothing, you know, so I can't do this, Mick, because it ain't fair, mate. He said, I'm your father-in-law, mate. I said, yeah, but I still got my Danny, and my Danny at that time, she'd had my sonny. And I said, you know, I'm a dad, so I've got to look after my Danny and not my son. I'm off, you know. He said, you're getting bundles. I said, it don't matter how much bundles I'm getting, I still want to be looked after by you, because I'm looking after you. Anyway, me and him just didn't hit eye to eye. You know, did hit eye to eye. And my Danny, being my Danny, she loved her dad and her mum so much. Just, you know, the old man been away all them years from her, obviously, so she was tight to her dad more so than what she was to me, which upset me a lot, because she was my wife, or well, I'm calling her wife, and she had my child, and I had a beautiful place, and I looked after her and everything, but it's her dad and her mum. So she'd always take sides with dad, you know, and be round there, leave my house and go round the house. So then I'd go, you know, I'd go out to clubs, because I don't know why I did it, because I thought if I'd ever got nicked, mate, I'd have got Big Bird. But I was going out to clubs and fighting bouncers, you know, and walked into a club, bouncer, because don't forget, when I was with this other little firm, still with them, but I'm going down the clubs around Twickenham's and all that, and Hamels, like, and they're all different clubs, yeah, that don't really know who I am. But when I was down in the city, because they knew who I was getting into all the clubs. So now I'm thinking I can get into all the clubs that I'm going to, because I thought people knew who I was, yeah. So I was going to clubs, walking to the door, and then putting their arm up to me and saying, you got to pay, mate, you know. I don't fucking pay. I don't pay nothing, mate. I don't pay walking into clubs. You know, and I've got Larry, who I am, like a child. It's like a gangster turning out of thinking, like, you know. And then I'd have a row. Bang! Do 2 or 3 bouncers. I'm not joking, mate. go like a lunatic. So I'm massive. I'm 22 stone. I'm built like a brick shit house, and I can really fight, because that's what I'm doing, fighting. You know, listen, as I said before, it's not all one-sided, mate. It's not all one-sided. I've gone into clubs and had a fight with the doorman, chin one doorman, and when doorman's come behind me and done me with a club, you know, boom, you know, would knock me spark out, and I wake up outside on the pavement, pissing me rain. But it is what it is, you know, it is what it is, and I go back later, you know, and have a right fight, and, you know, win the fight. But to bash me up, I can be bashed up. No one, there's not such a thing as you can't be bashed up, you know what I mean? So I got bashed up. But a lot of times I didn't, right? So me and Danny have really fell out. She's round her dad's house, and this, that and the other. So I phones Danny up, come home. So she comes home, we're all lovey-dovey. I'm pissed off, mate, you know what I mean? Because of what happened with the old man. The old man's mugged me right off. So I thought, I can't take no more of this. The old man's a fucking arsehole. So one day, I went down, going out and said, Dad. She said, no, leave off, mate. Leave off. I said, no, he's taking me for a mug. You know, signing me up, thinking this and thinking that. So I walked round, we don't live far, you know, stone far away from each other. I walked round, walked past his house, and he's in there with his Scottish guys that are really together. They don't fuck about this old mob. You know, I ain't even gonna say their names. And they're bad. I think it's Streatham, that way. They're over that way, they come. That way, somewhere over there. Yeah. Wandsworth, I think it is. And so, as I walk by, it's quite dusk, it's summertime. I've got a pair of shorts on, t-shirt, I think something like that. I walked by, I looked into the house, and there's the old man sitting in the front room with his big table, massive table he's got, with his chairs, king chairs and all this bollocks, right, with his people. And they're on the gear, you can see they're on the gear. And I looked in the house, it's dusk, he sees me, and I'll give it some large, some of that, yeah. So the old man's got me, stay out there like that, stay there. Well, oh, God, wake up, yeah, walk down the road. But I don't even know why I walked around there, you know, that I shouldn't have gone around there anyway. But it's just one of them things that, you know, that I wanted aggro from the old man. And all of a sudden, the old man has come out, yeah? And I'm walking down the road. But what I don't know is that my Danny, right, has got in the car and she's driving around to the old man's house to find out what's happening to me. So she's driving around the old man's house. I'm giving that to the old man. The old man comes out on the road with his big coat, well, not big coat, 3/4 coat on, and it's dusk and it's hot, yeah? And I'm thinking, why has he got a jacket on? This jacket, his coat, I think. And he pulls out a gun and he fires at me, and it goes straight by my ear hole. Don't forget, the old man's got one eye, you know. That bullet could have been an inch from my face, or could have been 2 yards from my face, but the noise it made was more like an inch, yeah. So I shit myself, kept walking back. And there was this guy, and I see a car pull up, right, and I wasn't quite sure, but it was my Danny. She'd rushed in the house. She hadn't really seen her dad as such, yeah, but when she walks in the house, obviously her mum told her that Dad's outside with a gun, he's going to shoot Ray. So the old man, now I'm running from the old man, backwards, the old man gets all his geezers, just come out of an Indian shop or something like that, put him on the floor and put the gun to his mouth, thinking he was with me. The old man's stoned out of his nut. Jesus lucky that he never shot him away, because the old man was a complete nut. Proper man, mate, you know, like work with proper people, doing armoured motors and all that. He wasn't no fool, mate, you know what I mean? He was a proper man so you have to respect the guy, but I didn't. He was bullying me, yeah? He was bullying me. If he hadn't been, it was only because I was with his daughter that he was bullying me. If I'd have met him without his daughter, me and him would have got on. We'd have worked together and we'd have earned a lot of money together. But because I was with his daughter, and what you got to remember is that his daughter was his daughter, and he was the same age as me, or maybe 2 years older than me, and I was with his daughter. So you can imagine how he must feel, you know. But anyway, he shoots me in the shoulder. It doesn't go in, it knocks me over, yeah. It skims me, but I still go over with the power of the shot, yeah. So I'll get up straight away, but as I run to the car, you can see this guy, he's got a gun in his mouth, yeah. I run to the car to get something out of the boot of the car, but he knows, right, why I'm running to the car. He knows what I've got, and he knows why I use the fucking thing like he does. So I've got what I got, and I'm coming out towards him. He's running down the road like a fucking ground. I want to kill him. So I got in the car and I'm driving away to my house because I want to plot this thing up. And then my phone goes, it's my Danny, right? She's saying to me, which I've never said before, don't go home. I'm a father of a child, you know what I mean? Even though it's a dad, I'm a father of a child, and she loves me, but she wants to stick by her mum and dad, you know. But she's telling me don't go home. She wants to save my life in a way, yeah. Don't go home. Fucking don't go home. Did he shoot you, my dad? You've been shot, taking the piss out of me. I said, going home. I'm fucking going home. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna get. Don't go home, please. The old man's gone over there with the other little fellow, his firm, right? Who's with him, and they're gonna kill you, right? They will kill you. Don't go home. And like, come on. Being the man you are, you think, yeah, go home. Gonna shoot me. Gonna kill me. You got no chance. But I think to myself, have I got the arsehole to go home? Because he can't get in my house because of my dogs and everything. He can shoot my dogs, but he ain't into shooting dogs. He might be wicked, but he loves dogs, but he didn't love my dogs because they're my dogs. And one's already been shot, you know, one's been shot, so I've got one dog, I've got a bull mastiff and a bulldog, yeah? Anyway, he don't go in my house, but he's waiting for me around by the park. So I goes in my house, and he goes, where are you, you arsehole? Right? But he doesn't know I'm in my house. He ain't seen me go in, even though he's there where he's parked. He can't see what the way I'll go in. So I parked my car up and got in walking ways, yeah. So running ways and walking to make sure that he don't see me. And it's getting darker, yeah. So now I'm really pissed off, mate, you know, because he shot me in the shoulder. My shoulders are bleeding. It ain't deep, and I felt like it just grazed my shoulder. But the graze was enough. The bullet was enough to knock me over, and he come to kill me. He come to kill me, mate. You know, but if that bullet had been a bit more, he'd have killed me. So when I went by me, how far was it from my face? He wanted to kill me. But the reason he wanted to kill me was that me and him was fighting a lot. And I used to be quite funny about things, right? I used to go down his road and he used to drive a BMW, a beautiful BMW, right? 5 Series, the business, yeah? No, the business. And I used to go down here with a screwdriver that I sharpen the edges off with a point, yeah? Crash! And I used to do all the tyres in his car, yeah? And scrape the side of the car and all that. So you can imagine he's really pissed off with me, isn't he? You know, it doesn't matter if you've got £1 million, you don't do that. Your car, as it happens, your car's your little man, little thing, in like a baby, innit? So anyway, me and him, you can see he's got the up, I've got the up with him, yeah? So I'm in the house, I ain't turning the lights on or nothing. So then we had mobiles, yeah? So he phoned my mobile with like the one-to-one fucking things. Remember them ones? One-to-ones? with the big cards you just stick in. Anyway, where are you? To me. I said, don't know where I am, where are you? He said, I'm watching your house, that's where I am. So I'm thinking to myself, he can't be, there's only certain places he can be, yeah? And I'm in the flat, I ain't in the house, I'm in the flat. But it's like an house, because it's a big extension anyway. So I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if he's across the road from the park. So I walked across the road and there's a big yard there. And I used to hide my things in there. And I've got all this Glock. I've gone running around and looking at motors. But the trouble with cars, they've all got headrests. And because they've all got headrests, you're not quite sure if that's someone. But so you've got to be a bit cunning. So I walk around the park, running around looking, and all of a sudden I can see movement. And it's him. This arsehole's in the car. So I'm about, I don't know, quite a distance away, but I don't want to get too close, because if he sees me, there's a gunfight, and I don't want to get myself killed because there's three of them, yeah? So I let this thing go, bang, 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 and it sit in the car, but it don't hit the part of the car that I want it to hit. And they drive off, yeah? But now I know it's a war. It's a bad war, mate, me and him. He's come to kill me. Now, I want to kill him. But, do I want to kill him because he's my Danny's dad? And there's going to be uproars, there'll be murders, But anyway, he goes, I didn't go home. Right? I feel quite comfortable. Danny phones me up and she says, listen, I'm coming home, right? The old man is out with that lot. He ain't coming back to your place, right? I said, look, I told her what's happened. She said, fucking hell. Well, he don't go home. He will come back for you. Right, I said, when he comes back, I'll put the dogs out and they'll warn me, yeah? She said, I'm coming home. So Danny come home and I was on edge all night long on my place, yeah? On edge, mate, because the old man, I thought he can't go through the front door. The front door's like a safe door. He can't go through that fucking door, yeah? But the back, he could, perhaps. It'd take him an hour, but he could get in, But he got my dogs around the back, so his problem, I know, yeah? So me and the old mate, it's morning, nothing's happened, and it's all sweet. My Danny's phoned up Dina. She goes to see Dina. I'm now going to go to the gym. I've got a little Astra out there. In the Astra, I look like door to door. My shoulders are massive, so I'm door to door, yeah? I'm driving this Astra to the gym. I've had a good workout in the gym. I'm coming back from the gym, and the mother-in-law phones me up. But before this, I've got stories that come out my backside, which I'm going to tell later on tomorrow again. But the geezer I'm talking about is a later thing, yeah? But this Nick geezer comes to my house before this, and I'll give him a big bag of the white stuff, right? So he comes back to my house. I ain't with Danny. Danny's round mum and dad's house. Over something else. Yeah, it's murder, this is murder, right? He comes to my house, I'll give him a big bag of thing. Little do I know, but he's getting hold of my Danny. But I don't know this until years and years and years later, right? But I'm in prison at that time. Anyway. So the gear I give him is just too strong. Everyone talks about proving flakes and things like this, but this is what it is, yeah. It's too strong. So he comes back and gives it, throws it at me. I don't want it, it's too, he's in the right, air's up in the air, he's in a bad way, but he's been with my Danny. So now I don't know all this, but anyway. I'm now, what I've got, I go into the gym, had my workout, coming back, my shoulders got massive again, I'm huge, driving the motor, got all sorts of tools in the car because of the old man, fucking walking around like a tank, you know what I mean, guns here, guns there, guns every fucking way, yeah. All of a sudden the phone goes and it's the old woman. She goes, Nick, cocaine. I'm thinking she's talking about Nick that I'll give the cocaine to, yeah? Saying to myself, how does she know, right? So how do you know then? She went, Nick, cocaine. Oh, fucking arseholes. Went home, got in the shower, took the dogs over Richmond Park, walking around there. Who did I bump into? The old man. I can't believe it, man. He's with my son. Because Danny's round my mum and dad's house. He's got my son taking him out. He was good, the old man. He loved my boy, yeah? Sonny, yeah? So he's with my son. I was just seeing now and again. It's to piss me off, but he'd do it deliberately. But he was a good granddad, right? So I was seeing my son, and I'm with my dogs there. And I knew my dogs. And I knew my bull mastiff, because one's dead. I knew my bull mastiff would have done him. If I said to my bull mastiff, do him, she would have ripped it apart, yeah. But he's with my son. So he's more or less taking the piss out of me because he's with my son. But I let it go. I go home, and everything's, you know, just what it is, how it is. I go home. Danny comes back home. Me and the old man, because of the gun shootout down the road and all that, now he's thinking, well, he's with my son, that nothing's going to happen. I then go home with my boy. Danny's at home. I'm in the kitchen, massive, with these big doors. Dogs are there. Who comes up the stairs? Dina, my mother-in-law. She's going mad at me because of what's happened about me and Mickey. Oh, I didn't say what's happened. Sorry. I'll tell you what's happened around the park. As I said, I'm shooting the car. Anyway, let's leave that. So me and the old man are really still fighting bad. Then he comes up the back stairs because of what's happened. Who comes behind her? The old man. And he's got the fireman's axe. And I'll come out to have a go at him. I see the axe and pull back. And he went to do me with the axe, fireman's axe, and he hit the top of the patio doors. As he's hit the top of the patio doors, I crash hit him. He's gone down, but I think he's on the gear, because usually when I hit someone, they get up, they don't get up. But I hit him, he comes towards me again, and I flew at him and nutted him, yeah? But he fell back on the patio doors collapsed over, went on my bull mastiff's foot and smashed him. Anyway, so it cost me a fortune, but anyway, it's quite beside the point. Now me and the young man are fighting. He's cut all my arms, my legs. I'm in a right bad way, yeah? Cutting me up like with the glass and everything. He's picked up this and cut my legs with the glass. And then we're fighting, I'm bashing him up. Danny's on my back trying to get me off. The old woman's trying to get me off. His wife, Dina, she can fight, right? She's trying to get me off. Danny's trying to get me off. Mickey's stabbing me with glass in my legs and everything, right? In the end, right, I'm cut up. I'm cut to pieces, right? I want to go to the hospital. Dina wants to take Mick to the hospital because I've bashed him up and I've done him bad. His face is smashed up. So this is crazy. Don't forget we're fighting. But I go in Dina's car. I'm sitting in the back of the car with my dad. No, not with my dad because he's got the kids. I'm sitting in the car. Mickey's in the front. He's giving me this. He's going to kill me. Get to the hospital. I've been shot. Everything like the arms. But anyway. like my arm is not, anyway, goes to the hospital. They're going mad, the state of me. They phone the police, but before they phone the police, they put Mickey old man, Mickey Johnson, in a bed next to me with the curtains closed. He knows I'm next door. He comes flying through the curtains with a scalpel to fucking stab me up with a scalpel. I hit him on the chin and I'll get up and I'll run. The nurse is going, no, you can't go nowhere, the police are coming, fuck it, I'm gone. So nothing really happens, you know. But me and Mickey, we're still fighting. So don't forget, I'm still around my other people as such, yeah. Bindon is still wants aggro. He's with Alan, got the club. I forget what it is now, right? He's got the club. We're fighting. And I'm thinking to myself, really, he's got to go, Bindon. He's got to go. Even though he's ill, he's got to go because he's still involved with aggro with me, and he's still a monkey geezer that wants to come behind me and stab me up there. So I could have met people that I'm with and got him took away and hurt, yeah, bad. But I didn't. I'm going to get, there's all stories later on. I want to get other stories, but this is like a little Bindon thing, yeah. Me and Bindon, as I say, we don't eat sort of like eye to eye, meet eye to eye. My daddy's round her mum and dad's there. My dad used to go around there quite a lot, you know, because mum and dad, you know, my dad was ill, mum was ill. They both died, yeah, but beside the point, they're still around, yeah, and they're quite ill. I don't give a shit, because I don't like them no more, because they're trying to do it to me, and my daddy, they're trying to break us up. But they are breaking us up, because my daddy's with my mum and dad all the time, and she's not with me. So, I've also now got a little flat downstairs to where I am, right? That I want to do up. So I want to buy some carpet for it, yeah? Got it, I'm starting to do it all up nice, yeah? It's down from the place I live, but it's a flat near enough opposite where I live, yeah? That I want as a safe house, yeah? But anyway, I want carpet for it, so I'm in Kingston High Street, and I'm buying this carpet. But a guy said to me, I said, mate, when can you deliver it, right? But I didn't have my Cherokee at the time. He went, well, I said, well, I'll carry it. And this carpet weighed a ton. I had it on my shoulder. And my mate, right, said to me, he's working in the club in Kingston, and he seen me with his shoulder, big bit of carpet on my shoulder, and we were talking about it about a week ago, you know. My mate Kevin Sumer, who sort of bounced all the clubs. Kevin's a right handful, Kevin. And he seen me at the club, yeah? Boulevard, not the Boulevard, anyway. He seen me walking by the club, all the bouncing, and no one says nothing because they know who I am. These people by Kevin, yeah? So I'm not saying nothing. And I'm really pissed off, you know. And I've got this carpet, I'm taking it to the thing. So now, me and Bindon are still loggerheads. He's phoning me up now because the old man's given my number, and he's giving me grief, and he's ill. He's got AIDS, hasn't he? But he's ill. I didn't know he had AIDS at that time, but he's ill, yeah? But he's still giving me grief, but in fair play with him, yeah? He wants to fight me. He's a fucking idiot, yeah? But I'm giving him grief, and he's giving me grief. So one day, I'm walking down Kingston by the clubs, and he come out of nowhere, Bindon. He come out of nowhere. He must have been following me, mate. You know, he come out of nowhere, and he bashed me up. He bashed me up like he wanted to kill me, yeah? He bashed me up so bad that he put me in intensive care, blood transfusions and all that, yeah? He hit me so hard. It was a funny way that he hit me. I was wearing a baseball cap like this, yeah? But he hit me, but it didn't split my head open. Something, I don't know what it was, but he done internal damage. Internal damage. I was in a really bad way. Blood was pissing out my ears. My hair was in a bad way, yeah? And they put me in intensive care, pumping me with blood and everything. It looked like I was in a keel over. My daddy was in a right bad way. You know, you can imagine, can't you? But he tried to kill me, Bindon. And I went to myself, when I was in bed, in hospital, all bandaged up and fuck knows what, and smashed to pieces. And I didn't, like, you talk about get concussion. I don't remember nothing, yeah? It was like that. It was like, I don't really know. I know I've gone around in circles here because tomorrow I'll do another one. It all, everything at the end of the day, it's all big stories, mate. I've got stories, crazy stories, yeah? So I'm in the hospital, you know, Danny comes and sees me crying and everything, you know, and I'm just in a bad way, yeah? I thought it's only because I'm who I am, yeah, and I'm very strong, very powerful, very strong, 20 odd stone, massive, but strong, inwardly as well, inwardly strong, mate, you know, and I ain't letting no one, you know, just, and I said to myself, I ain't gonna let this geezer beat me, mate. I'm gonna get through this. I thought that I'd be a cabbage, you know, even though I didn't talk too much, even though people may be now going, you're a little bit punchy, Ray, but I think I am, do you know what I mean? Because being battered up like I was battered up, you know, I used to, could have quite good conversations with people before that, yeah? But being that I was smashed to pieces in a bad, bad way and nearly dying, you know, or I think I might have died and come back, I don't know, yeah, but I was in a bad way, yeah. And I said to myself, when I was in bed, laying in bed, I said to myself, I ain't gonna die, I ain't letting myself die, I'm gonna be strong here, I ain't letting myself die. And I pulled myself through it, yeah. But I could see, when you're laying there and you can't feel your body, yeah? You can't feel your legs. You can't feel your arms. They fed me for a fucking tube. You know what I mean? And you can't feel nothing. And when they're talking to you, you're talking to them later, like, you know, and I thought I was a cabbage, mate. But my strength inwardly got me out of it, you know. And my mates come and see me that I've been fighting all my life for other people, yeah. Me and Colin Barrett have had quite a few fights, me and Colin. We had a fight in Richmond Park and no one knows who won the fight, but he was a good kickboxer and all that, you know. We had a fight and it lasted for fucking ages, but I ain't saying who won the fight, but in the end of the day, it was a good fight. But he found out about me being in hospital and this, that and the other, and they went and bashed Bindon up. They smashed Bindon to pieces. Lucky Bindon lived. You know, they was going to kill him, mate, because of what he done to me. I think I was like a cabbage in a way for quite some time. First time I really told people that the way I was after. I was bad, man. I was bad. And don't forget, I was in Kingston by myself. My dad used to come and see me now and again. She was around Mum and Dad's house because me and her fought. And I was in a bad, bad way, you know. such in a bad way that you think, oh, fucking hell, mate, this geezer ain't going to pull through this. He ain't going to pull through this. But I did. One day I woke up, mate. One day I woke up, you know, and one day I thought to myself, what am I doing? Why don't you fucking get your life together? You know, and I did. And I did, mate. And I did. And I started this little bit of weights, a little bit of walking, then a big bit of weights, then a big bit of running. And finding where you are, I was running 3 miles, benching just 1 plate and a 10, you know, like 80 kilo, just smashing it out. And then one day, 90 kilos, smashing it out, and then curling, deadlifting, squats, and then all of a sudden getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and running 4 miles, you know, and then running 3 miles with boots on, and then running 4 miles with boots on, and then running 6 miles with boots on, with tracksuit on, and you know, and just kept on going and going and going and getting more fitter and fitter and fitter. And one day, putting a pack on my back with sand, you know, and running 2 miles around Richmond Park, and then a month later, running 3 miles around Richmond Park. And I was getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I was coming back from about 13 stone. Remember, I was 20 odd stone. Coming back from 13 stone, getting bigger and stronger. You know, and that was it. Bindon just died, man. He died of AIDS. And I was just gutted that he died of AIDS, because I wanted to fucking kill him, man. I wanted to kill Bindon because he put me through so much pain. He put me through, I don't know, 9, 10 months of pain. Mental pain. Pain so bad that, you know, you're waking up, you're crying your eyes out, mate, in tears, because you never know you're going to pull out of it, mate. You don't know that you're going to pull out of it. You know, don't forget, I was by myself in the house. Danny just come and see me now and again. You know, and for me, like, I never went upstairs to the bedroom or nothing. I was always downstairs. You know, and it was hard for me to clean. Danny's done a lot of work for me, but she didn't stay with me, yeah. And it was like, I don't know, you know, like, I think to myself, that's Bindon behind me, look, see him? Yeah, I said to myself, you know, when you start, if you give up, yeah, if you give up, you become a cabbage, you know, and then you're no one. My son is like his dad. My son had a car accident, yeah, in Scotland, Dundee. My son went through the back, he went through the front, that car accident, went through the front screen of the car, hit his head on a granite stone wall, a little cut about 2 inches, become a cabbage, died 3 or 4 times in the helicopter. They saved his life. He was 10 years in a wheelchair. So bad that he got in the bath and scalded himself with a turn your water on with his toes. And he had them things that take low you in the bath. And he turned it on with his toes and he couldn't turn it off. And he scalded himself, screamed. His mother rushed in and saved him, yeah? So bad that he fell over and his arm went by the heater and he couldn't get off of the heater. And it burnt right through his arm muscles. He was there for hours, burning, screaming, couldn't get off because of the way he was. But my boy, pulled himself together, mate. His mother saved his life. I love her, man, for that. She saved his life. Poor. She saved my son's life, man. You know what I mean? He's now married, or well, was someone. He's now got a child, yeah? He still walks with a limp, yeah? He had so much muscle tone in his body. He's had fits after fit after fit. It was to come down helicopters and take him away. It was so bad, yeah, where he lives in Milo. Now, he hasn't had a fit for ages, yeah, touch wood. He's together, yeah. But imagine what he went through, you know. And I think to myself, and that's my son. That's my son. He pulled through that like his dad pulled through it, because he's got more power. He's got more strength in him. And I pulled through it, mate. And I pulled through it. The only thing that killed me was the fact that Johnny Bindon died of AIDS in that little Muse flat that Lady Margaret bought him. Because I wanted to kill him myself for what he did to me. Don't forget, me and him have had many fights. Loads of fights. But I never ever wanted to fight him and kill him. I just wanted to win the fight. Don't forget, I've not always won the fights with Bindon. I've been hurt by Bindon. But I never ever thought that Bindon would have come to want to kill me like he did. You know, perhaps he knew that he had AIDS. Perhaps he knew, you know, well, this guy, I've got to kill him. You know what I mean? Because who is he? You know what I mean? And he tried to kill me, mate. And I lost so much being a cabbage. I lost so much. And then I'm going to tell the story some more, yeah, about prisons that I've been in, the people I've been with, what I've done in prison, you know, in my life. But when you think about it, yeah, all the blood that I've done, all the things that I've done in my life, perhaps there is a thing called karma. I don't know, right? But to come that close to being killed, being bashed across the head, battered. No bullets, no stabs or nothing, just being battered. You know what I mean? Listen, mate, you don't feel nothing. You don't feel anything. The pain you feel is later on, after, where you can't move. You're a cabbage. You can't even fucking eat. You eat through a straw. Suck through a straw. And you think, oh. And it's only later on when your mind starts going, you click, bang, one morning you wake up, right? And something clicks in your head. Click. And it's open that door, open that in your head. You got safes in your head. That safe's being opened up, yeah? And it's let out a bit of you. And it's let out a bit of you. And that bit of you is maybe a month. And then another safe opens up. And then another one opens up. And you start to move your arms and your legs. And you start feeling things. Oh, mate. You know, and then my son went through more than I ever could go through, because he has 10 years in a wheelchair, where his mother had to change him every day. And his mother had to feed him every day. You know what I mean? Well, bang bang Ray all. Later. Bye-bye.